This story is so weird that I almost pushed it out of my mind, but my friend reminded me of it last night, and now I'm creeped out all over again. I was around 15/16, and I was on vacation at Walt Disney World sometime during the summer. My family has the vacation club membership, so we go a few times a year and live close by anyway. We were staying in the vacation club villas, which is a separate building from the main hotel. I brought two of my friends, Savannah and Victoria, and we got bored around 2 a.m., so we went down to the gym. It's open 24 hours. We weren't even gonna work out, just take mirror selfies and mess around with the exercise balls. There's a desk for the spa portion of the gym, or maybe it's a sauna, I don't really remember. But since it was so late, there were no employees, so we were messing around behind the desk and found a notebook. I'm not sure why. I was super annoying at the time, but I decided to write my Twitter and Instagram handles, and so did Savannah. Looking back, I'm pretty sure we could get in trouble, since guests aren't supposed to screw around with the desk. I didn't think much of it, and we left the gym, and the next morning we checked out of the hotel. On the drive back home, I get a Twitter notification, and it's from a diaper fetish account. The creepy thing is this account was active for a while, and had disgusting pictures of grown men in diapers and other disturbing pictures of children. So does Savannah, and we both sit there looking at each other like, what the fuck? The account tweeted us saying something like, I know who you are and what you've done, and your vacation will end abruptly. They tweeted some more creepy stuff, like telling us to watch our backs, but I knew it was clearly because we left our names on the notepad. I didn't reply, then I noticed a new follower, and it was my name, but the username was similar to the diaper account. The account started tweeting my address, phone number, and random pictures of me from deep in my social media. They do the same thing with Savannah's name, and at this point we're both shitting bricks. I get a text from a random number. I'm assuming they used a texting app, saying that they were watching us and knew more than we thought. They even started texting me about my boyfriend at the time, and asked me really fucked up questions about him. I told them to fuck off and blocked it. I didn't get any more texts, but the Twitter account continued to tweet about me and random details that I know they had to dig deep to find. I blocked them on that too, and put all my accounts on private. I never got any more messages, but the Twitter accounts are still up to this day. So, to the Disney employee with a diaper fetish, please stay far away from me. I had completely forgotten about this until just now. I live in Florida, so my family takes a lot of trips to Disney World, and normally I actually feel pretty safe there, despite there being a lot of strange people wandering around. I was 10 or 11 on this particular trip, and we were at Animal Kingdom, specifically in the prehistoric play area for kids. My parents were tired of following us around, so they said they were going to sit in a shady spot and let me and my younger sister walk over to the sand pit where you're supposed to be excavating dinosaur bones. Normally, they wouldn't let us leave their sight like that, but we had a pair of walkie-talkies and the place was only like a 30-second walk away. So anyway, once we got there, I radioed them to tell them that we were there. We were playing in the sand for about 5 minutes when static came over the radio and I took it out of my pocket, expecting them to tell us it was time to come back, but the voice that came over the radio waves was not my dad's, and it said, I see you in Dinoland. Needless to say, we noped so hard out of that sand pit, and our parents met us halfway between where we were and where they were. The really creepy part, though, is when I radioed to tell them we got to the sand pit. I never said where we actually were, just that we were here. To preface this, I was a 16-year-old female. I'm quite petite and generally not intimidating. I went to an amusement park with my two friends, who we'll call John and Lucas. John is a 6 feet 6 inches dude. Lucas is 6 feet 1 inch and built like a fucking tank. He actually ended up making it into the Marine Corps. Needless to say, my 5 feet 1 inch 110 LBS was well protected. We had a fun day at the park. It was getting dark and most of the kids had gone home. We were on our way out when John and Lucas needed to use the restroom. The restrooms were those shitty little shacks, and the one the guys chose was in a desolate corner. I didn't need to go, so I waited outside. John and Lucas hadn't been gone for more than 30 seconds when a stench hit me. I heard footsteps and turned to see a tall, bulky man in a tattered hoodie. The smell was like a mix of severe body odor and urine. I figured he was homeless. I have a huge passion for working with the homeless population, so I smiled at him and tried to ignore the odor. "Hey girlie." I was turned off by that, but decided not to let that deter me. I was pretty naive at the time. "Hi. Do you need anything?" His eyes lit up, but not in a good way. He looked like a kid who'd just gotten a mischievous idea. "My car broke down. I live out of it, and I don't have the money to pay for anything. Could you come and help me?" A few red flags came up with that. 1. Why wouldn't he ask one of the many security guards or employees right by the general parking lot? 2. And most importantly, what the fuck was he doing in a parking lot that cost $20 and an amusement park that cost $45? I thought about offering him some money, but I was already pretty short on cash as it was. "Sorry, sir. I don't know anything about cars." He stepped way too close to me, so that he was looming over me. He grabbed my arm. Hard. It fucking hurt. I don't know why I didn't scream, but I just froze. I was like a deer in the headlights, just staring at him in fear. Before he could do anything else, I heard the most relieving thing ever. "What the fuck do you think you're doing?" It was John and Lucas. Lucas, who'd always been a bit temperamental and overprotective, stormed towards this guy. John backed him up, rising to full height. The guy immediately let go and backed up. "Hey guys. She was just offering to help me with my car." John and Lucas looked at me. All I could do was shake my head. Lucas grabbed the guy by the hoodie and pulled him close. "You lay a finger on her, or anyone else, I'll find you and fucking gut you." I noticed that Lucas had pulled out one of his pocket knives. The dude seemed to notice too, so he turned and ran, metaphorical tail between his legs. Lucas and John comforted me, reported it to security, got me back to the car, and took me home. I told my mom about the situation and asked if they could stay over. She said yes. I didn't sleep much, but thanks to Lucas and John, I did sleep. I never found out if the guy showed his face again or got caught. Even so, creepy smelly perv, let's not meet.